Tones TV.
Yo, 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 this is Chuck Jones. You know how it is. I want to welcome a special guest to the show right now. Legacy City. Yeah, he's known as, y'all know who he is too. I know he's been around for a little while. So basically, what I want to know is, what's your story? Who is Legacy City? How did you get started?
I'm a little country boy that learned how to read. That was my first weapon, understanding words. Nah, I'm from
for real though.
Yeah,
I mean that's serious.
I
Right
know.
there,
Yeah, my punishment. I learned how to read by 3 years old.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, read and write. So I had my parents they were tripping.
Now was that just something that just started? Do you have like serious memories?
I actually have a picture that said I spelled a soldier wrong, but I know I'm gonna be a soldier. T missing in the front, and I had a Ninja Turtle. This the old Ninja Turtle where they had the motorboat tube.
Oh
yeah, man. Yeah, you remember what I'm talking about? So I had that. Don't ask me why. First of all, don't be looking at me like that. It's somebody y'all know who it is.
You already got it linked.
Who I fuss with every time off camera. But no. So I had one of those. They took one of the Polaroid picture with you. On the road.
Yeah.
I remember.
See, now you know you have of a certain age when you do that shake.
Yeah.
Everybody know what it is.
I got toe up writing on that picture. Now I think about it, that was the bottom part. That's what it was meant for. I don't understand what that was for.
It's like, hurry up.
Yeah. Let me call my mom out of this. But no, so I'm gonna tell you, man, before it gets started, like most, I guess music, it was like 87, 88, LL Cool J was doing a parade, a Christmas parade.
Okay.
And I remember having the water gun upside down and rapping. I didn't know what he would do about it. Just liked him. And that LL Cool J is the reason why I started getting into music on that time.
And that's one of he was a breakout, you know, when he came out.
That man, LL is a GOAT, but people look at whatever they look at, but LL was he's definitely top.
Oh yeah. So well, that kind of leads me into, where are you from? Where are you from originally?
Originally born in Columbus, Georgia, raised in Phoenix City, Alabama, and Columbus, Georgia. You know, if you know anything about Fort Benning, it's only a bridge that separated the two minutes apart.
Okay.
So, you know, my dad back and forth over there. We live with my mom, with my brothers and sisters back and forth. So
you say Fort Benning, is there a military?
Yeah, it's military base. It's Fort Moore now for those who are the millennial, Gen X, whatever. But it used to be Fort Benning forever.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm from the Tri-City area. So I rep both cities well. So I put on for my little city. My city, they showed me a lot of love musically, support. I pour back into my city. They got the kickball tournaments. I'll send money there, just put my logo up, little stuff like that, because stuff of that nature. So I definitely represent my hometown well. Now I'm proud of what I'm from. I'm not proud of their history, but I'm proud of what I'm from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so
I kind of interrupted you, but we were getting into how you were kind of getting into. Well, let's go back. So when you grew up there till about what age did you guys?
No, we moved. I was
you there the whole time, huh?
It was the Tri-City area. It was the Columbus, Phoenix City, Fort Benning, Columbus.
So that's it.
Triangle. You know what I'm saying? Then after high school, you know what I'm saying? I went to Alabama State for a little bit, but man, I ain't like college. I just didn't like college. Be honest with you, you know what I'm saying?
I think it takes a certain type of person. I went and I graduated, but as soon as I got out, I did maybe a year or two of what I went to college for. Yeah. And then I branched out and did something totally different.
Man, to do what I wanted to do, college was not going to help me. So, you know what I'm saying? Summer 04, I moved to DC in Maryland.
Okay.
If you don't understand, it's two different places. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I learned that one.
Yeah. So that was around 2005, and I went in the military in October of the following years after high school. I didn't waste no time. How people take that. I mean, 2004, I was the summer of that, but I was like, I'm not finna go to school.
So how was that area as you were growing up? Is that between those two cities back and forth? Were you staying out of trouble? Was there stuff?
I moved out there with my big brother, right? So like my big brother, you know how sometimes your brothers, they move through you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm new to the life. He's like, well, let me take you to this club chain. And money can vouch for this club in DC. You know that club Jay-Z made that song about Cameron getting shot?
Yeah.
It was called Dreams. Then I think it was called Chocolate. And it was called changing. Yeah, it's like 3 levels to this club. So brother, I'm gonna take you here. This over show. Like, do you really want to show me or you going? But no,
that's that excuse for him.
Yeah. So I think it was more of a culture shock, right? For it's really like going to another state and actually living.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so it was a culture shock, but it wasn't too much different the way we talk.
Okay.
The way you know what I'm saying? Black is black. It just fine-tuned in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? So for those, I got the Wayne Perry history before I ever saw Paid in Full. So then I go to Maryland, I see the alley, the east side where Billie Holiday was performing and do different things. And I go to Glen Burnie where the Braxtons are from. And then all three of those areas are night and day.
And I've only kind of visited in those areas out there. I lived in Michigan for a little while, but I've visited the area. So there's a lot of culture.
As a matter of fact, when I was up there, Wale was a running back. I didn't even know he rapped. It did later on when he came out. I think the Lady Gaga song I was deployed or something. I was like that running back from that school I saw at that club. He really blew up. So you know what I'm saying. So yeah, those like my real like live culture shock. Like even just staying in Virginia for a little bit. Coming up, and I never seen so much interracial relationships. I'm addicted. Oh
really?
Baby.
Okay.
So, okay. You know what I'm saying. A lot. You know, no disrespect to white people and stuff of that nature, but you know, we were like, if you don't want the tree, stay away from the white girl. So the Dixie line, the Alabama, Georgia, Florida a little different. Mississippi, Louisiana, you know, we grew up and saw a lot of different things. They were still doing a lot of things you were like, I thought we was over that. Growing up. So when you go over to Virginia and you see them skipping, holding hands, you like,
huh? Oh. It's shocking how like if you're one that travels around, you go and deal with these little towns, you'll see a lot of that still going on.
Oh, yeah. So that's what I was saying. Like, it was different for me. I mean, I went into place to be like, hey, what you doing? But it was just like, life is different, different. So going, and it was a culture shock where you're like, okay, that's okay. It's only seemed like it's wrong down there where you from, or it's a hard time. But as I went further up north and then military, that was just a whole nother.
Yeah, so let's not into that. I noticed you went in as infantryman, right?
Yeah, man.
How was that experience? I know, and you saw action and everything, right?
Yeah, so I spent my whole career at war. Oh, and so I came in, the building went down in 01. The invasion happened in 03. I graduated in 03. The surge happened in 05. My first deployment was like, I got deployed. I was the first one. We were the first one there. I think I came back probably like, we probably been 12. I think like 15, 18 months, my first deployment.
Wow.
We got extended. That year, Bush extended everybody.
Now, was that something you were expecting, or was it a shock? Or
well, it was two things. I knew I wanted fast money. I was gonna make rank fast. I'm in shape or faster. I'm this, that. So and I don't like nobody telling me what to do. So I was gonna be in charge. Yeah. Soon all I had to do was stay alive
as quick as possible.
So and I know like being, you know, the medical field, the logistics, and you know, all the, not that I'm dumb or anything. I just always had to hustle fast money. How can I get it legally? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it opened a lot of doors for me, you know what I'm saying? Became recon and, you know, sniper tabs and missions and stuff of that nature. So have official missions and unofficial missions and, you know what I'm saying? Take it how you want to. So I just seen and endured a lot. And I think there's like, I mean, I was able to go to war before I was able to buy beer. But you know, that ain't crazy, right?
That's crazy, yeah.
So you got a teenager, whatever, you know what I'm saying, with these weapons and stuff of that nature. So it's just like
it's traumatic. You know, I've never been in the situation. I've heard stories from my father with Vietnam and all that stuff. I mean, that's the traumatic stuff.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was more or less like I didn't realize it's levels to being poor. Okay. Let me just say that it's levels to being poor. Even our poorest can compare to some of those people over there.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? Some stuff is just crazy. And some of the ethics are just crazy too. Like,
well, I've heard like many people say that our poorest people are rich compared to some places. You know?
Yeah, some of those is crazy. So it was a culture shock there. It made me take life a little bit different. That's why I don't really go back and forth with people a lot, because me and my homeboy would be joking at job and we go on a mission. One of us come back.
Yeah.
Just in a matter of
like
a span of 2 or 3 hours. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Some things ain't even worth it. Ain't even about ego, because I done seen life come and go for a decade. And it's just like.
So how is that as we kind of move more into the music and entertainment side that you do? How does you being deployed and going through that, I'm sure it has an effect on what you do.
Yeah. So all my deployments, even in my I always had a mobile studio.
Oh, really?
I got pictures of, I rarely post anything about me being in the military a lot, believe it or not. And like I think on one of the albums coming up, but this is the first time I ever really talked about a certain era, but I really don't talk about it or whatnot about it. You know what I'm saying? Some of my battle buddies, those who know me know me. Some of my battle buddies be posting, so I'm like, bro, can you take that down for me, please? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So don't need know all that, but you know what I'm saying?
But there's a level of humility in it, right? So it's like okay, we don't need all that out there. So as we get more into the music, is SoundCloud where you kind of started pushing things?
For pushing, it was not just the necessity of SoundCloud, right?
That was what? What year was it?
That was like you talking about 2007, 2006 to that 2010 era, right?
Okay.
This is right after Napster, quote unquote, secretly got taken down, but they quote unquote got bought out.
Yeah.
And took their technology to SoundCloud, but without pay.
Yeah.
So that way, it in the open doors for artists to build like a TikTok following before they gone. So some of the people that I knew was involved in that understood like streaming will be the new currency for music.
Okay.
You can still do merchandise.
They were kind of ahead of that curve.
Yeah, so I was a part of that wave of that SoundCloud, learning the algorithm and learning this. I'm gonna put this out. See, the quality wasn't all that good, but I wasn't doing it for quality at the time.
Yeah.
The studios for the other rappers, morale and stuff for that nature. They'll come in, long days, record. I just thought, I ain't gonna say God allowed me to use that little stuff I had to keep people from blowing their brains out.
SoundCloud was an outlet for artists to kind of just get stuff out, you know?
Yes, but doing that but not thinking about like how that traffic would transform into currency.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And like during a certain time they'll start making exclusive listens where it's equivalent to even now. So like during that time period, I was mastering and studying that. Oh, okay, since I'm over here, let me cause believe it or not, even though I get an example. These people, just that we're in Iraq. We have some Iraqi interpreters or Iraqi villaging people.
Yeah.
They'll trick you. They'll rap a whole 50 Cent song. They'll be like, what's up, blood? What's up, cuz? Then you be like, hey, where's the Sheik? And they don't speak English.
Yeah.
Only English they know is the 50 Cent album.
Just the lyrics.
That's it.
That's crazy.
And you be like, yo, stop playing with me. They're like,
that is
and then walk off. You can find me in the club, bottle full of them and they ghosts, just hurting along. I'm like, this is effing crazy. Never seen nothing like that. Don't speak nothing else but that album.
That's crazy. That shows you right there the influence of music. You know what I mean?
So you see what I mean? So it's just like you got your goats, your man dresses, and your turban on doing 50 Cent, and you don't know no other English. And you got the interpreter like, nah, that's music you know what I mean?
That's what they listen to.
So that was one of the things that I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? During that time frame. So it was just it was crazy. I think about how much that plays. But during that SoundCloud era, so it was pushing. But then
how many million was it?
7.5 million.
7.5 million.
So yeah, so when I get about time,
not even just
this is on SoundCloud only. During that time. So about time I got here in 2015. I didn't crack the algorithm for SoundCloud.
Okay.
So then I got working with new artists like John Ryan, who was a artist at the time, and then Shamaya was the artist at the time, and just testing the water, making sure it was just not me, and so people can be biased.
Yeah,
they cracking 1.5 million, 2.1 million.
Oh, so you really got that?
Oh yeah, man. Shout out to my cousin Bad News. He did a song with me, and his first big streaming, I guess, viral song did 2.1 million. Nice. It's still up there to this day. It'll show you 11, 12, 13 years ago. So by the time streaming came now, of course, I'm a decade ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I didn't just come out of nowhere with it. You know, then I ain't just, I don't have to go buy numbers and everything else I've been crucified.
Well, and that kind of opens you up to do what you do now, Flux, and just some of the stuff I've read, like the doing education and helping artists, learn business and things like that. So
definitely. The thing about it, the hardest part is dealing with it. I don't, I guess I don't have blonde hair, blue eyes, so my word ain't validated. Our culture have a problem with acceptance.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, definitely.
We don't like to, if it coming from, you know what I'm saying, coming from you, if you've been in the media circuit for a long time and podcasting, video, film, et cetera. Your blueprint is not validated because you don't have a suit and tie next to you, even though your words, your accolades, and you can follow my whole
real and true, yeah.
It's just not a credit until you hugged by the other man and still embraced by the brother man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can say the other man could be an entity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to put no color on a lot of things, but the truth of the matter is we have an acceptance problem.
I can see
we have an acceptance problem.
And it's so ingrained in people too. Like a lot of them don't even think they deserve it. You know what I mean?
You know, it took me a while to be like that, to not feel guilty for the blessings or not feel guilty for the knowledge that I have. It's like, well, I had to get to a turn. Like, I read the books and I went through it. I blew my own money. I lost all my own money on it.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't feel guilty for my own money because, you know what I'm saying? Those are lessons that came back and helped me to win these wars that I'm going up against, and I go through these things now. You know what I'm saying? So it just, as a culture, the unity or the trust of one's knowledge it's always up to debate. You too woke, or you think you sound too smart. Like, bro, you know they made 150 books of Behind Enemy Lines or the power, the 48 laws of power. Like, I'm not the only one with it.
It's just, just recreating what's there.
You feel I'm coming from? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Like, I'm not the only one with the book. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't treat me like that. You know what I mean? So, but it's cool though. You know what I mean?
So like some of the accolades that you've had over the years. I mean, the SEA awards. You've been on news. You've been like from all over the place, as far as I can tell.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I often ask, like, how did I get there? Because the SEA awards, that wasn't me telling people to
nominate or
nominate you. You know what I'm saying? I think Cheryl medals are quite few for me. Where I think they nominated me. I had the highest nomination that year. I had Album of the Year, Influence of the Year, Hustle of the Year, Executive of the Year, and I think Artist of the Year. And I had one more. I didn't even know what that was. I'm like, D-Money, what is this? I had to call him over. He was like, man, I don't know. But I had 6 that year.
Smile and nod your head, right?
Yeah, I was like, okay. So the Book of Uriah won. And this is the craziest part about the Book of Uriah. I dropped my Let Me Vent 3 series.
Okay.
And I sent it to him.
So let Me Vent. From what I've read, you did that one while you were deployed, right?
Yeah, I started writing to it or brainstorming to it, but I didn't really record the first Let Me Vent series started in 2020.
Okay.
And so what happened was I walked in and I had a studio at 1400 West Avenue. I went and got that space. Man, I came in, I was unhappy. I was suicidal, actually.
Oh, wow.
And I started rapping in 2016 when I had that guy, you know, my daughter, I was doing stuff with my daughter. I was going through a divorce, little stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those singles drowned. I ain't had no family out here either. You know what I'm saying?
So it's your savior.
Yeah, pretty much, man. So once I started, you know, floating a little bit, now we're swimming, we moving. 2020, I'm like, man, I didn't got the accolades by this time for us, the plaques and all that good stuff, right? But it was just like something was still missing. And so I did the first Let Me Vent. I was rusty. I still hear to this day when I hear that first Let Me Vent. So I did the first Let Me Vent. I did that less than 7 days, just pouring out.
Just knocking them out.
You know what I'm saying? All the stuff I didn't endure since I've been here, then I'm still venting. It's everybody that either went to high school with me, deployed with me, or, you know, has been in the military. All my day ones were like from my hometown.
Okay.
So maybe like 2 people. So I'm still venting. It was surprising all the stuff they was going through as well. And they didn't hear each other verses. So it was just
really?
It was scary. Then Let Me Vent 3, I tried to be more commercial about it and put everything together. You can hear I've been going through therapy. The kind of songs are kind of lighter, this, that. But
okay.
During the same time, an incident had happened with one of my closest, I considered my brother. He decided to blast me on social media. I was like, call me. And if you know the story of Uriah, David is a king, but you jealous of your lowest general because you wanted something that he had, his woman or whatever. Woman just a metaphor, but we never tell the story from Uriah's point of view.
Yeah.
The man that the preachers and everybody worship had me killed for my woman, and I was faithful to the king. I was your number 1 top general. And you had my whole team move away from me just to get me assassinated by the enemy to get my woman.
Yeah, that's
So the stories are being told from Uriah point of view.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that because I didn't know the full extent of it.
Yeah. So I'm a preacher's kid too, by the way. So
okay.
Yeah. So, but nobody ever even growing up, they ain't never preach about Uriah. You know, he was just a faithful, loyal friend. I'm like, if I were Uriah and I'm in heaven, I'll be pissed. You know what I'm saying? So let me just tell the story from Uriah's point of view. That everything that y'all love about King David, who wrote the book Psalms and danced all his clothes and a man of after God's own heart. Well, this man did this to me, and I got to give him a pass because he's immortalized as God can use the bad and whatever. I'm like, so I just kind of paralleled those two together, and Lee Money called it. He was like, "Bro, this is a classic." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, sure it is." And so, and that thing another more got nominated for Album of the Year along with Killer Mike. I was like, I know I ain't gonna win that. He just swept the Grammys. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, welcome to the party though.
When I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's legit. That's legitimizing right there.
Yeah. So then I had to follow up with Standing on Business. I'm like, I'm done with this rapping after that. And I'm like, well, Standing on Business, oh man. I was like, I'm done. But I had to follow up the Album of the Year with something.
Yeah.
I'm like, what can I do?
That's the pressure right there.
Yeah. So it was like, what can I do to top Booker Uriah? Which I wasn't trying to top Booker Uriah this time, but this time I'm like, all right, let me strategize a little more how I'm gonna use everything I know. So we did Standing on Business. Me and Money had a sit down listening section at his house. He was like, boy, this album is big. This is a big album. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, no, I'm serious. Because it wasn't even done yet. I think we was on like 8 songs.
Oh, really?
It was not in order. It was not...
Nothing arranged or anything?
It was like, yo, this is what I'm coming. I got 2 more. I already got them in the works. So we finished the whole thing, put them in. He's like, bro, this is a big album. What's the next plan? I'm like, I'm going to go for the Billboards.
Ooh, there you go.
I'm gonna hit the Billboards.
There you go.
Man.
So with all that, because I know it's like, okay, you got the goals. Like you say, you passed that goal, so now you're gonna go for Billboards. For you, what's the drive? What creates that drive in you?
Because I'm tired of. I hate when people tell me, "Oh, well, this is industry standards." Well, industry standards it comes with buck breaking, killing kids, sacrifice your friends, sacrificing your identity and soul to be industry standard.
Yeah.
I'm the home of the independent artist. I'm gonna do everything the industry say you can't do on your own.
That's what's up.
The industry is just like the military, where a lot of people come back in because they don't know that. Well, first of all, I was educated before I came in the military. I chose not to go to college because I understood that it's hard for my mom and dad to get a credit card, but you'll get a freshman with no job, no credit background on them, nothing. You'll give me three.
They throw
$15,000 credit cards.
Yep.
As a freshman in college, like, bro, come on.
You automatically starting off in debt.
You feel okay?
Yeah.
I never owned a credit card in my life. Never.
That's awesome.
Never.
You don't hear that.
I wish I do now because I realize you can't rent a car without one. I'm telling you, they really made that debit card like they're like a food stamp card. They're like, bro, we won't take those. You know what I'm saying? They really can you picture that though? A debit card from the bank that you can pull up to. They look at it like an EPG card. Like, yo, we ain't taking that card. We need
that's crazy.
American Express. This. You see what I'm saying?
And it even has like the symbol on it, MasterCard, Visa, whatever on it.
Really, they don't play that. So that I learned later on in life.
And the ones that do, they charge you extra.
They charge you extra, yeah. So, but I never, that's why that route went for me. So the whole thing about the home of the independent artist, we control our narrative. We control who we are. I hate watching like the PBS. And it's some other giving me about my history. I'm like, you don't know that. Those things. I'm like, I want to change all that because I'm not. It's not that I'm woke. I just value my history. I value who we are. I value the sacrifices of those before me. Those black lieutenant colonels. Those black sergeants.
There's a lot of like people now, especially with social media and everything. They're lost. They don't remember any of that stuff, and there's no one. Their parents don't know it, so there's no one to even pass it down to them.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's crazy, man. Then you got your upper echelons that act like they made it, but they're a part of the boule.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They you like, oh man, come on, really? You know what I'm saying?
YouTube,
you know what I'm saying? You like, and so just like, and then they do, you know how it go. They give you compliments in the form of insults or insults in the form of compliments, and what's up, superstar? This, that, and this. And you know how it go.
Like really, you ain't gotta talk like
I talk like that to me. You know what I'm saying? So those different things. So that's my drive, is to show you can do these things without what the industry standard says should be.
Yeah.
Some things you can't change, like quality of your music. You gotta have a good quality of your music.
Yeah.
But like the routes and this, that, man, I didn't debunked a lot of that, but it's overlooked. That's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm still light years ahead of you. You know what I mean?
But you're still out here trying to educate people though, and do what you can to get them on that level.
Oh my God, it's a war, boy. It's an uphill battle. It's an uphill battle.
So are you still, from what I picked up on, Streeligion Nation Radio and TV?
Yeah, so Streetligion Nation Radio and Streetligion TV is the sub company up under the Streetligion production.
Okay.
LLC.
Okay.
So even with that, so like they go on the TV network, you know. For those who want a TV network, it's only 10,000 views before you start getting paid on your TV network.
Oh, for Roku?
Yeah, Roku, Fire Stick, Amazon. So you're welcome. So those who want to start a TV network, 10,000 people watch. It don't gotta be at one time. It can be accumulated. Once you hit the 10,000 mark, you start getting your commercials. You start getting the TV commercials.
Okay.
Stuff like that. So that's how that works. But
come on game, people. He's telling it to you.
But you know that's here or there. But yes, they sell genres. So that's how you keep your license to your television shows, your television skits, and stuff like that.
Okay.
And still produce units and television paychecks and stuff of that nature.
Okay.
Those and within the TV network, I try to teach the movie directors or film content creators. Just say Lee Money, AJ Stacks, and Mara do a song. It's in my movie. It's my job as a director to be like 3 times did what's that girl from Euphoria?
Get that licensing done.
Yeah. Zendaya. The Zendaya song played.
Zendaya. Yeah.
Zendaya song played at 1 hour, 59 minutes to 1 hour and 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
3 seconds.
So are you doing all that yourself, or you got?
So I'm teaching the directors and film directors how to do that.
Okay.
And how to get the artists paid. For those who don't understand how UPC codes, ISRCs, and sync licensing work. All together. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the labels don't care about you having your masters.
No, not at all.
A lot of artists don't know how to utilize and bring value to their masters.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So in their catalog, so whatnot. But that's here or there though. But yeah, so that what, and then the Streeligion Nation Radio, we only strictly play independent artist music from around the world. We don't play no big name artists. Unless the independent artist has a big name feature on his song, they can get on the radio station. But you can't have a big name artist featuring an independent artist. It has to be the independent artist song.
So how does the music get selected? Are they submitting music?
So they submitting music. We're not gatekeepers. We ain't saying what's trash, what's not. You know what I'm saying? The whole point is, because you may have an audience.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time the radio station will help you with your audience. Who like this shows you who likes your song, where they're from that likes your song. If you go and watch this, do look at the analytics. We don't hide anything with it. You can go see when the last time you got played, when the next time you get and play. We got the schedule open. So just go to the site.
So you can go in and figure out where you're at.
Yeah. And so on top of that, if somebody likes your song and it's on our radio station, they can buy the song off our radio station and it goes directly into your account.
That's nice. Yeah, that's nice, right?
You know what I'm saying? So there ain't anybody else doing that or pushing it like that. So and on top of that, we just spent thousands. Well, I just spent thousands of dollars making sure that I buy the license from BMI, ASCAP, Sound Exchange. You know, that's $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? For these licenses and stuff. So, you know, the artists, so we're making sure that we're
that's good information, because a lot of artists, and me kind of being in the music publishing scene, a lot of artists don't understand that at all. They don't know anything about what's going on behind the scenes, and not at all. Money's being moved back and forth, and
just to make sure they get paid for them not to. I ain't gonna say they're not embracing the radio station like that, but I promise you, if people get behind Streetligion Nation Radio, we'll run any other radio station off the market.
There you go.
Because the money circles right back into the community.
Yeah,
it's like they buying your album. We don't get a piece of your album, so you getting paid for spins and spending.
Oh, nice.
And we spending your music and people spending on your music. You getting double paid. Just you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just unheard of. Like
on your dime.
On my dime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, anybody try to challenge that, you know what I'm saying? I got the paperwork for that too. And they challenge everything else I do. You know what I'm saying? So we make sure, you know, it's crazy, you know, rooting for people that that downplay you. Don't acknowledge the movement that's happening up under their nose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's crazy. But yeah, it's good. We have to spend a lot of money on it to make sure it happens. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not, they on live 365. No.
Now are you seeing the level of fruit from your labor that you would like, or you got a lot of growing to do? Or
from the business aspect, I'm a retired veteran, and you know what I'm saying. I ain't worried about that.
Gotcha.
So I didn't even want a radio station. It was my first manager. My radio station was really in honor of my road manager, who just put so much money into me.
Okay.
He put his books and his touring for his sci-fi stuff, and put that money into Streetligion.
Oh wow!
And so his birthday is February 29th. So February 29th of 2020. We launched a radio station in honor of Will Flux. He's still living, by the way. So he's not dead. Get on my nerves, actually. You know what I'm saying?
But it's in honor of him for helping you out. So
yeah. So he really wanted me to have a radio station with everything I was doing.
Okay.
So
instead of relying on somebody else,
Yeah. He's like, bro, you do it.
Yeah.
And at first we just had the radio station like Pandora. We just played all music every day, all day, and let everybody get paid. And somebody like it, you know what I'm saying? So
I definitely respect that hustle. Lee Money can tell you about that.
Yeah. So So that's where we at with it. You know what I'm saying? As far as that goes, and the radio is more important to me than the actual TV network, because people are funny acting.
Yeah.
I ain't Netflix. So for those who want to submit your movies to Netflix, you have to sign an exclusive deal with Netflix that says you are not allowed to get paid for 2 to 3 years to see how the numbers do. So they keep your movie on the platform, get the views, get paid off it, but you won't sit down until after 2 years.
And you don't know what you're expecting to get either.
Exactly. So they can tell you anything. And I'm not doing it to throw shade on Netflix, but you know what I'm saying?
I will. Shoot, Netflix sucks, man. And they throw money at artists just to get them on there and treat them like shit, basically.
Yeah, definitely. And so, and those who don't know, like, at a minimum, they got to use a big camera. If you're going for Netflix, at a minimum, get you a Blackmagic 4K to 6K camera. That's one of the, I guess, lower tiers for you can afford to get on their network. Their films are within that. Those are cinema cameras as well.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah, that took me by surprise, man. The Beat Kids, that organization is a whole nother nonprofit organization.
Just so people know I'm talking about it, this was under Biden's administration.
Yes. Joe Biden administration. And this crazy part, I got my award the same day Selena got hers. She just now got a Lifetime Achievement Award. Wow. Selena, the singer. So shouts out to Prestige and Miss Brittany and that nonprofit. Somebody nominated me for the president. I didn't even know. This is coming out the graduation.
That's crazy. So I would think that they would send out something. Hey, we're looking at this person for a Lifetime Achievement Award, but you're saying that it's just surprise.
They told it out. Well, so what happened was she called me. She said, check your email. So I checked my email, and it was like, hey, you've been nominated for a presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, which is one of the highest award, which is the highest award in the civilian. A civilian from the presidency, but. It's not like they submit your name. They do a whole background check on it. So they went through, so they saw my military career. They saw all the community work I did here. They saw the community work I did in Fort Bliss, Germany, Hawaii, Guam. So it was not just here that I got dinner. So I got a lifetime, I'm 41 now. So
you got a lifetime of experiences and everything else underneath that. Yeah. So they had to vet that basically.
Yeah. So they had to vet all that. So you got to understand, like I've been doing this in my own neighborhood, Fred Douglass Projects, Riverview Projects, Westside Phoenix City, East Winton, Columbia, Georgia, Macon Road, all this, my own hometown. I'm stepping. I'm repping because, as I've been doing is E-Cannon, Follow Home, all the projects, Warren Williams, whether it was churches or missionaries and stuff of that nature. But I also flew in, shouts out to Miss Pam Selton, who was my my youth pastor at the time.
Oh, okay.
She used to be nervous every time I get the microphone. She's like, I don't know what you're gonna say, but they'll tell you. She called me not too long ago. I flew in town and did an event for kids. You know what I'm saying? Even at the quote unquote level people think I am. My phone number been the same since you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So they know how to get
so there ain't nothing Hollywood about me, you dig?
Yeah.
So
that's refreshing because these days we need talent and people like that's willing to help out the ones that can't get a foothold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be because they have to go up against this big monster.
And it really ain't that big once you realize, like, because a lot of the industry is so messed up now. A lot of the people that the industry use, they're getting their money on the side by helping the independent artists.
Yeah.
But twice the
Niggas ain't gonna do nothing for free. They gonna get something.
Yeah, they gonna get something, but it's a lot more affordable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, radio packages and whether you want to marketing streams and different things of that nature. So, you know, the industry been doing it for years. And you see when they don't pay the websites, you get stories like Megan and Stallion exposed for having 30 million buys. Oh, they took Mace's songs down because he had fake streams, and that's how you know the record label didn't keep the end of the deal.
Yeah,
they're exposing the people that are doing it. You know what I mean?
Now that you brought her up, just kind of an aside, what's your opinion on what's in the news now about Megan?
I just feel like this for any woman. So that way I just want to talk about Megan, right?
Yeah.
Any woman that accused a man of doing something that he didn't do, I think you should swap the punishment.
I agree.
That's any woman. If you say rape and it comes out that it didn't happen that way,
paternity wrong, all that stuff. Yeah.
Or if you put somebody on child support and you knew that wasn't the father and they out of good heart helped raise their kid, I think you should pay them back.
Yeah.
Or do jail time.
I agree.
So if you're lying on somebody that altered their livelihood, that made it detrimental for them to get jobs, votes, carry on, you deserve that same punishment.
And they do this without even thinking that whether they're innocent or not, if they're innocent, that sticks with them for the rest of their life.
They're going to wear that jacket forever. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just think that's any woman, not just Megan. If you, because if you did if he didn't do what he said that you said he did, and it comes to the light through the court system, that it didn't happen, automatically it shouldn't be no question asked that you suffer that punishment.
Yeah, and to me, that's a special kind of evil. You know.
Oh yeah, I was telling Lee Money we was talking about, you know, because he be harassing me about my military stories, and I'm like, you will live with peace. I just seen where peace disrupts somebody's peace of mind.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah,
peace.
I like how that sound. Yeah,
somebody's peace of mind because they feed off chaoticness.
Yeah,
but you think you like chaoticness until you see evil in the physical form.
Yeah. That's deep right there.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can feel that.
And I have seen outside of, you know, spiritual warfare and people talking and, you know, whatever you may believe, Hindu, Muslim, Christianity, I don't care. It's some truth in every religion. Let's just be honest, right? Yeah. But it's amazing with all different gods, it's only one devil.
Yeah.
Y'all can't become the Avengers.
That's
they handle one Loki.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But once you look at once you actually get put in a place where you see a soulless body being used for pure evil in the physical form, somebody butchering a kid right in front of you, and you really can't jump in, because of your ethic code with your ROE, rules of engagement, different things of that nature. You see evil
and just allow it to happen.
You know what I'm saying? You really it gives you a perspective that kind of makes you center yourself and tame yourself. So that's why, like, with my bros and people that I'm not even cool with, I try not to war with y'all.
Yeah.
I try not to, because I it's in me. Not only is in me, but it been groomed.
Yeah.
to be a killing machine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm in therapy. I've been in therapy for a long while. And so
really?
I've been in therapy for a while.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's good to hear someone actually.
The psychological part is they didn't prepare me for the psychological war.
They never
after
do.
The war.
They,
you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said when you see evil in the physical form, you be like, you fight for your peace.
Yeah.
At all costs.
Yeah.
If I gotta cut you off, I love you, but I don't want you to click that blackout button in me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm the only one that I'm afraid of.
So you would say, as far as therapy, it is something good to do.
Yeah, man. It's actually, therapy has really. Look, this is a sentimental show today. Look, ain't no, but therapy has really helped me deal with a lot. You know, I felt like all my wrongdoings, my daughter paid for it. You know, I got a special need daughter, and I've been pretty healthy my whole life.
Okay,
and I do my background check. I don't remember having, you know, special needs siblings or cousins or anything of that nature. So I'm like, what did I do?
It's like where did that come from?
Yeah, and I'm like, I didn't do X, Y, but it's just like, I mean, for whatever reason, God trusts me with that. He trusts me with that. But on side of that, it's just like it has helped me really process a lot of things. Like, I don't react to a lot of things.
Okay.
I may vent to certain family, I ain't gonna say family, but certain homeboys I consider family behind closed doors. But outside,
people you can trust and know that they can absorb that.
They can absorb it, because sometimes it's not the fact that I don't care if you go tell it.
Yeah.
If you want to, I can stand on what I said. Believe me.
Yeah.
No, it's no fear in me, and that's not being hard. That's not being. If you jumping out of a plane to jump into war, I don't have no fear. These are things that I have lived.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's an F a punchline. Like I would really have to. you see what I'm saying? So these are things I don't. There's no fear. Man, we came back from Hawaii, right? Guess what they team building exercise was? They made us go scuba diving during whale season. It's funny to tell you in there. This happened. This is a true story. I could call one of my Bubba. I call Bubba right there.
That's a serious activity right there, because I mean, I lived in Maui for 11 years, and I mean, I was there.
So I was at Schofield 227 for the first. So when you got there in Hawaii?
Well, my father, he was stationed there when I was a little kid, but I went back right after college. So I just came back from there last year.
So you remember during 2006 to 2010 when all them soldiers, the island was empty?
Oh yeah.
From soldiers I was part of that whole wave when
wow.
You remember in 2007, we deployed 2006.
Yeah.
We came back late October, November, December.
Yep.
You remember that Sergeant Major killing himself?
Yeah.
I'm part of that PT.
Okay.
So all that, they had the whole base on froze while we were going investigation. Yeah. All that, I was doing that. I had to get the hell out of there.
Oh, man.
So those are things that you know that was island wide, and we couldn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
We was tracked. You know what I'm saying? It was a wild time during that period. If you've been there, if you just not coming back, you lived and witnessed through all that. So those who hear my stories, you know, I don't want to say Sergeant Major's name, but he was one of the top black sergeant majors in the doing that. He didn't go to Ranger School, way across Georgia, gold in the mile.
Yeah.
He's like a praying mantis, tall and skinny, and but that the best thing that, you know, once you let power position, make you feel like you've been untouchable. Yeah. And it affected everybody's lives for that whole time.
That's wild. Yeah.
So yeah, you see what I'm saying? Schofield was on a lot of scrutiny. And a lot of those soldiers, they was trying to get you don't even want to know. So, you know what I'm saying? So crazy thing is my old platoon sergeant is here now.
Really?
In the city.
Here in San Antonio?
Yeah, he said one day, because he was being funny, Kentucky guy. He was being funny in front of the platoon. I said, next time you see me, you're going to see me on somebody's billboard driving through the city. 10 years later, one day he called me. He saw me on 410. I had my billboard, Streetligion, home of the independent orders, had my suit on, fresh locks. You know what I'm saying? He had to call me and apologize and laughing. You know what I'm saying? But because I always knew I was going to be here. But I didn't know how I was going to get there.
But you had, it was in you. You already knew that's where it was. So, you know, it's the path can go many directions, but the destination is always what you want it to be. And you push for that.
Yeah, and we're still pushing, you know? And so, yeah, man, so that's how that transitions. So when it comes to this stuff for us teaching people, because I done seen it on every level, I get so many industry people call me secretly. How do I get my audits done? How do I get this done? Why I could have an independent publishing? Yeah, you can have an independent publishing. A matter of fact, take your rap name and get an EIN on it if you're free from that. Or take your government name and get an EIN for that. And use your rap money to buy your house.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. He giving y'all some game, and you see what I'm saying? It's probably flying over some people's head too. But
I live this. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like there's a lot of people that probably could out-rap me. A lot of you, but it's not many. Only a lot, not many.
So as far as like your music and everything, it's available everywhere.
Yeah. So my music is available everywhere for now.
Okay.
Because I'm taking my stuff off the platforms. Once I get the billboards, I'm done.
Okay.
Because I got gypped.
You hit that goal. Yeah?
I got gypped this last year. Was the money? Whenever Standing On Business came out, so we go pick up for the Book of Uriah because we kind of everywhere, right?
Yeah.
The Book of Uriah, I'm like, I got to top that money. What you think? You go for it. Boom. I did a 3-month campaign. I did all pre-sales for 3 months. If I would have known what I know now, I would have just did it the first way I thought I was going to do it.
Oh, okay.
So I did a 3-month campaign. You know, people was buying the album. Every day I'm giving shots out there. Some people didn't want me. Like, you know, I got some people that higher up in the military. They're like, don't let them know about your album. You can post it and say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we did all these different things, and for like 3 months
to the research.
Yeah, after the research.
Okay,
So
okay.
it was months before I started doing a lot of research.
Okay.
It takes 450 sales at $5.99 EP, $9.99 for an album to get on the Billboard Hot Seeking. 1,000 will guarantee you the top 200s. You know what I'm saying?
I did not know that. I didn't know the numbers. Yeah.
115 would get you up in the top 50, top 100. You know what I'm saying? 2,000, 2,500 would get you up into the top 50. That's in the first week though, right? We talking hard unit sales. The only two places you can go at the time was Amazon Music that buys your units and iTunes. Those are the two places that buys albums that leads to the Billboard.
Okay.
So for instance, if you get an album, it's get on the iTunes charts and it get on the Amazon charts, you probably need to see what your units are because those are the two things that they get to what you place on the Billboard chart.
Okay.
So it's a triangle offense. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I should have did that this go round, but I didn't. So what I did was on my birthday this year, I dropped 3 albums. But this is my 10th year in San Antonio. Well, August 29th is year 10 for me.
Okay.
So this year I'm dropping 10 albums. I'm gonna drop 2 to the mainstreams, and then I'm gonna drop 1 directly to consumers.
Okay.
So to make over $1,000 on a stream, you need 300,000 streams to make $1,000. I did it with 70 people.
Nice.
Although the other 2 albums did iTunes and Amazon marketing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So, but go back to the book Uriah, Standing on Business. We did the research, we got the numbers, this to go.
Okay.
Boom. So we got all
So you got the goal set, so now it's the focus and getting everything.
Yeah. So I went through every contact in my phone number, every email, all my emails, everyday public. Don't care what nobody say, tired of seeing it on my page, this. Get off my page then. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it, you have to break through the algorithm too, because you get 5,000, only 500 gonna see it.
Oh yeah, I see.
So you got, you know what I'm saying? So you got to break the algorithm. So I'm going back and forth to every contact individually. And this is the messed up part about these aggers. Aggers are the distribution companies. Baby, DistroKid. Either they have one or the other. It's rare that you'll find one that has a link for Amazon Music and a link for iTunes.
Really?
So that was the uphill battle for us. So my downfall was I couldn't get the Android people a link. Only iTunes. But when it finally released, I said, I'm going to show y'all my numbers so y'all can see that I actually sold it and y'all won't be talking crazy about me. I sold 11,000 records in the first week.
Holy shit.
And didn't make the Billboard charts. Guess why?
Why?
Taylor Swift mocked everybody.
Wow. Oh, that's timing, right?
Oh, keep in mind too, I'm going against the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in the thick of it. Not me personally, but it's like they dropping music left and right.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They dropping music left and right.
It's in the news and everything.
I'm talking about. I'm like, oh my God, this is the wrong time. Lee Money, why did you gas me up saying I can do this? So on top of that, right? I also Killer Mike. He only did 9,000. J. Cole did 7,000. Who else dropped that week? Ace Boogie, Jonah Lucas, all these people. I all sold all these people my first week.
Man,
legitimate sales.
Legitimate
thing. I'm like,
and I put it up. I put it up online. I said, you must check the look online. So they can't say it's, he screenshot and moved this. No.
Like, no, this is real stuff.
I failed. I said, guys, unfortunately, I didn't make the Billboard chart, but this is my first week stream. My first week sales.
And this was the competition, right? So
yeah, and I posted. This the crazy part. I didn't even know. I was so bummed about making the Billboard chart. Not making it. Not making the Billboard chart. I was getting my haircut by Dre Webb. Miss Tequila, Calhoun.
Oh yeah, home base promotion.
Home base. I didn't even know I had charted on the iTunes charts in America. Catch though, the week before that happened, Money, you remember they was like, y'all got these fake cause Money got on my case before. I was talking my brother out there. He was like, what do Africa do? You trauma in Africa, then. What I like about my bro though, he called me, he's like, hey, I stand corrected and I apologize. Cause Meek Mills and some other people like, bro, how y'all doing that in Africa? Let me know the DJs and radio stations and people
really.
spinning my.
Right.
He called me and he was like, bro, I stand corrected. You got it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I see the subliminal jokes of this guy said this, and then the album hit. So she threw a tag on social media, like, shouts out to Legacy City debuting at number 3
And
on the iTunes chart. I'm like, shut up. So I had to go see for myself. I'm like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't worried about it because I'm only worried about
Billboard.
Yes. And so I sold 11,000 sales only on iTunes.
Nice.
Imagine I would have had if I would have had in 1 week.
1 week.
1 week. Imagine if I would have had the Amazon link, pre-sale link.
Yeah, yeah.
You see where I'm coming from?
Yep.
Now check this out. So she put me debuting at number 3, and that shouts out to her. You know what I'm saying? I try to be aware of name dropping on people's stuff. I know some people. I get y'all competition.
I'm kind of deep in this city. I ain't been here in a while, but I know a lot of the players.
Definitely. So I just try to be respectful.
And I'm cool with everybody.
Okay,
so,
cool. So I like to honor people. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Yeah.
Not see.
At least I don't know I have any enemies.
Yeah.
I've always been able to communicate with everybody.
Okay, but I just wanted, out of respect, I want to honor the platform. You know what I'm saying? But I can't tell you the story without.
Shout out to Tequila.
Yeah. I feel like she looked over me this go around. Tequila, you watch this camera, right? This is my camera. You saw me drop them 3 albums, 2 on posted and 1 out selling everybody. But I'm gonna let you slide. But no, so here we go. And I'm just playing. Seriously playing.
She cool people.
No, that's my dog though. She really be backing me up on a lot of things. So that happened. So I I told him money about, hey, go to Sound, because the position that he was going, I'm like, if you're gonna go in this position, you need to know this. This is where all the record labels go and look for everybody that you call a plant.
Yeah.
This is where they go look at everybody's stacks to you that a plant. But these people that had motion, Burna Boy already had a Grammy before he blew up.
Oh wow. I did not know that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he's kind of pre-selected.
But you see what I'm saying? He already won a Grammy before we really caught on to Burna Boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Most people think he got hot with Last. You know what I'm saying? But he was already that, that song, yeah. That album won a Grammy. But we ain't know that. We're like, who's Burna Boy? And the world is bigger than America.
Oh, yeah.
We get the most sales from the UK. I get most of my radio spins from the UK.
In all the music and stuff that I've done, I've always realized that from the very beginning.
The military just put me in a position to learn that, though.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So being overseas and stuff.
But the American, when people do work in America, they're so focused and they're so arrogant about, hey, it's America. I need to go. And a lot of the artists overseas, they bump our music and play everything.
Crazy. They don't even understand how the conversion of currency goes over there. You see what I'm saying?
But they know the music, they know the people and everything else.
So if you make $1,000 here, $1,000 overseas get you like almost $1,500 to $1,700. You see what I'm saying? Because the currency rate is higher. But
yeah.
But as far as that goes, we do standing up. So we go to the website, we look at the stats. The album actually debuted at number 1 when it went live. By the time I got it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kendrick and Drake then dropped 2 more times. Jonah Lucas like he want to be Will. That's a hot track. Ace Boogie and the Hoodie come with one of his songs, so it knocked me down to number 3.
Oh, okay.
Only number 3. And I was up there for a while.
Hey, that's still a super accomplishment.
We topped. It was an album of the year like I wanted it to be, but it on our own we topped.
You were in the company of
so we did that independently. You know what I'm saying? With the push, you know what I'm saying. So that was the follow up with that, and it was just crazy for us to make that a landmark. And everything I'm saying is documented.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's documented. I could pull it up. So when you pre-post and you can see everything I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, but this year, like I said, I dropped 3 albums on my birthday. I dropped 2 on a Friday because Friday through Wednesday is first week sale time. Okay. It used to be Tuesdays back in the day, but it's Friday through Wednesday. So I dropped 2. I dropped I Lucid Love, and I dropped We're Not Friends. It had Mozzie, Joel Santana, Boosie, and BG from the Hot Boys.
Oh, you got some names on there.
Yeah. But the thing is, I waited till I got all my accolades without them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The iTunes plaques.
You don't want that shadow over you. Like,
Yeah. So I got all my accolades, and a lot of the plaques I haven't even bought yet.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but now I'm getting to, I got one album, it's all features. Among the Stars, I think we're dropping that August 29th, the actual 10th year. I'm going to drop 2 for the platforms, and I'm going to drop 1 that goes directly to the consumers.
Okay.
And the one that goes to consumers will never see the light of a platform. Those who have that. They will be the only one that will forever have that.
So are you, when you say eventually you're going to pull everything off the platforms, is that something? Because when I hear that, I think of Prince, because that's kind of what Prince did, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, just the way that they run the business, it wasn't something he wanted to be involved in.
Exactly.
So he's like, okay, I don't even want to deal with you guys. Is that kind of where you're?
Yeah, this one, and I'm showing the artists you can do it. You can do it, bro. I got 4 to 5 people that didn't pay $50 for my album.
Oh wow,
You are important to me.
Yeah,
and I want to thank all 70 people that buy, and these people are still buying.
Is that the name of the album?
Yeah, you are important to me.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? And the money that I'm doing with that album, I'm gonna give it to a football coach. I already talked to him about it. Give him a portion of that money to make sure that some of the kids, I can sponsor a couple of kids.
Oh, nice.
They play on the team. So that's what that album's really about.
That's,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
We're Not Friends. It was on it. Once again, these things I did not expect. We're Not Friends and Elusive Love. They on the YouTube Music new release.
Okay.
New release, hottest release. Akeem Ali, that boy can rap out of Mississippi. The one day he be talking that player stuff, the way he rap. Akeem Ali, it was a bunch of big name people. Dochi, with new releases, and my stuff was right there.
Right along with him, yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, I can't even post it. If you don't even understand what this means, they don't even grasp the concept of what, and it's important because I'm doing it.
But it's good you getting it out and letting people know,
Sometimes, man, I don't even know no more. To be honest with you.
Sometimes you gotta just ride the wave, right? And just keep doing what you're doing.
So
and keep pushing towards your goal, because all that other stuff, it comes along with it.
Yeah, it does. I mean, people in my city, they see it. I appreciate my city, and I'm always representing my city to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? That's why I did the Dixieland Baby song for my city. I did that one right after I did the Texas Challenge. You know what I mean? Most people know when I get active, I'm start popping up on it, because if money don't tell me something on the internet, guess what? I'm disconnected. You upside down, I ain't upside down my back cave. I'm at work or something like that, but you gotta let me know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So these things are happening. So so I did the Texas Challenge, then I did the Dixieland Baby song for my people, and that was just before the album about to drop. When we drop, shouts out to Applause Management, my management company. They make sure, and actually the original where Bookie Uriah had Standing on Business had diss tracks by name on it, did the money. And my aunt Tish told me to go back and redo the album. I was talking reckless. I'm talking about name dropping. I'm with that. You know what I'm saying?
Did you go back and do that?
Yeah, I did it because she was like, you gonna take my money, gonna take my advice. So she's my mama she's like my mama here. She's my auntie mama. You know what I'm saying?
So are some of them tracks gonna come out later in the years, like some of their lost tracks or something?
No, I left one song and I shot a video for it called I Love It, where I had to address one person and with 2 people. I shot a video to that one. So, the plaques and stuff was already done.
Oh, okay.
So the albums, and it was crazy.
So you can't drop those names right now though, huh?
No, I had to work on my therapist told me not to. Yeah, my therapist told me not to.
Said it would come back on you, huh?
Yeah, but sometimes, man, I got to get out that thrill seeker mind frame, because that was one of the things I had to struggle with. A lot of people see me calm, smiling and stuff, but inside it's like, oh my God, yeah,
there's a hurricane going.
Yeah, I'm living with a category 5.
Yeah.
It went inside my military, my heart and stuff. So I'm be like, when I be like, hey, I apologize, my bad. Oh, you soft. Okay.
Don't let the smooth taste.
Like God don't like pride, God don't like ego. So but so I be like, oh, and I had to call money. Like, bro, you have no idea. I was John Wick, and I could break that. I could break this, fight him like this. I can do that.
You got all the calculations.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. And get the Oh boy,
Denzel Washington.
but Patti LaBelle said it best. Only if you knew. But that's as far as music.
Okay, so let's move towards like you as your personal future. What are you, as aside from the music, you as a person? What are you looking to be in the next 10 years?
Peaceful.
Yeah,
peaceful.
That's a good goal. We don't have that much of it these days.
Yeah, you know? I'm on the biggest war within myself. You know what I'm saying? But within the next 10 years, along with being peaceful, hopefully I get my school accredited.
Oh, okay.
That's the hard part. So when you talk about accrediting people for the arts, it's really an uphill battle. It's not the arts that y'all don't like. Y'all don't like the fact that I'm teaching these kids how to get paid without
them. Yeah.
We're not like, we own our masters.
Yeah.
However you want to take that. You know what I'm saying? We're not being enslaved to no industry standard. We're not being enslaved to imaging. The sister, you don't got to bust it open to sell.
Yeah.
You got 100 people that love you. You can make it.
Can you please scream that message?
You know what I'm saying? Your brother's the same thing. You don't got to gang or whatever the situation may be.
Yeah.
You don't got to be, you know what I'm saying, YN or these old dudes. You don't got to be an ON. You know what I'm saying? So he's ON. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we are.
That is new. You know what I'm saying? So
we're gonna start seeing that.
You gonna do that everywhere. Oh yeah. We blueprint a lot of things that we see, but we just don't say nothing. We'll scream among each other, but we're like, they got it.
Yeah.
But that's what it's for. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it just.
But I think that's a good and admirable goal for the future. You know, because we need that. You know what I mean? We need that message out there that these people don't have to be what they see on TV.
They don't have to be at all. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think I'm doing I'm doing a good job. It's a girl. I'm gonna give a shout out to G Miller.
Oh,
Gigi Miller.
Oh, I know that. Oh, never mind.
Gigi Miller.
Shout out to Gigi Miller. Now, the person I heard it from, I ain't shouting him out, but you know.
Yeah. Gigi, I get it. But Gigi Miller, y'all are wild. Inside joke.
Yeah, but shout out to Gigi Miller. Yeah,
Gigi Miller, man. And I talked to her personally a couple of times, and I gave a couple of my artists on there. But Gigi Miller, I think she articulates better than I do. And she may be well light years ahead of me with knowledge and stuff of that nature. But I feel like I'm not too far behind. You know what I'm saying? But I love the content she gives out and people giving her flowers and stuff. And not saying that I want people to give me my flowers, but I'm saying her name because she's more knowledgeable than I am. She's more, I think she's pretty too. So I think they listen to her that way too. You know, it helps. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, with us, we ugly, big nose, cricket teeth. We just learn to live with it.
Yeah.
You know, clever, ugly as ever, Biggie voice. You know what I'm saying? We learn to live with it. You feel me? So, but you know, she's knowledgeable. She's telling you like, look, I had to learn it was 16 ways you can get a check from one song. And especially I produce myself, engineer myself, write myself, do it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different things. So the people like that, people need to get that understanding. Yeah. And I'm quite sure if she was somebody else, she can sell an ebook and it'll go off. You see,
a force to be reckoned with.
She'll be a force to reckon with, but we know the loopholes for us. Yeah. When it comes to those type of things, you woke. You think it'd be, well, if it's like that, why you ain't? Maybe she's not a musician. Maybe she just a subject matter expert to get you out of poverty with your music.
There's plenty of them out there.
You see what I'm saying?
They have the knowledge.
Exactly. So, and that's where the superpower and people like Gigi and those people that when I get the school open, that's the people I want in there, in that thing. We're by August, we'll be buying the other half.
Oh, there you go.
It's not like, you know, no disrespect, but it's not like I'm like, y'all gonna do me like Umar. Where the money for the school? Whatever it is, you see it in real time.
Yeah.
I said on the news, God's willing, I pray I can have it open by my birthday. But I know me, it may be a little longer.
Yeah.
You know what's in my studio.
At least you're honest with it. You know?
Yeah.
That's all. I think that's what a lot of people respect. You brought up Umar. It's like, all you got to do is come out and tell, you know, hey, it's not going the way I planned it, but we're still doing it. And and this is the
and I'm a Umar Johnson fan. Yes, he some stuff he be out the rocker with, some stuff he on point with. But you know what I'm saying? Like
he ate them snow bunnies. That's his thing.
Bro, he don't play that, boy. He don't play that at all. But my thing is at the end of the day, those are things that we're doing, and I think the accreditation is hard for that because of the fact that we are teaching the monetizing. My biggest venture that I do is not even music related, but the base business of music helped this endeavor get bought by a multi-million-dollar company, billion-dollar company actually. I just flew in from Las Vegas, sitting down with the media for about that now.
Okay,
so I know my business smart is been confirmation, because of course you start feeling a little doubt in yourself and stuff of that nature.
But that lets you know right there, okay, I'm on the right path. It's gonna happen.
And it's a black man that trusted me with his money and brand to build it. He didn't even believe it. All he had to do was just, hey, you keep doing you, because you somebody special in this arena. We talking about biometric identities, things that go behind the scenes.
So he apparently he believes in you. You know what I mean? So he's like, okay.
It only took, he got monetized on YouTube in 3 days. It only took us 2.5 years for the biggest conference, identity conference, protection codes and stuff like that in the entire world to want to buy into what he's doing. Because his brand, consistent traffic, and his presentation is cold.
Oh, that's
all you had to, you do you, Jordan. I'll be Pippin, Rodman, and other people. I'll play the other positions and I'm back.
Yeah.
And I can actually see the drawing come to fruition.
Yeah.
So I know in this music, and I do this in my sleep. So when I tell people, I'm not just, talking to you to be like, hear myself talk.
Yeah, yeah.
So I may never be in y'all top 5. I'm top 5. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And all that good stuff. I get you. I got y'all goats and Rushmore, but I seen the eagle throw a goat off the side of a mountain.
I seen that too. I seen a video similar to that.
So my altitude is the eagle's altitude. So we don't even breathe different.
Like that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it comes to that stuff, I'm not worried about being left out, because even myself, I had to break the counsel curse of acceptance.
Okay.
I'm good with being by myself. I'm cool with it. Everybody can't breathe up here with me.
Yeah. There's something to be said about someone who can be that way. You know what I mean?
It ain't easy. But sometimes I do get human. I'll be like, what you mean? Top 25 ain't on. What? Who outsold me? I say little stuff like that. Who outsold me? Who outstreamed me?
It sneaks out every once in a while, but
you know what I'm saying? But I had to.
Yeah. You gotta catch yourself. Okay.
That human, but that's that competitor. Like I feel like I'm.
But that's that drive I was asking about. You know what I mean? That's there's only certain people that have that, and you look at the people that have made it to the highest that they can be. But if you talk to them personally, they have a certain drive that nobody else has.
Yeah, and I think, and I gotta go back to my therapy section because I have to reel myself in, because sometimes I dream so big that I forget my pockets are middle class. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, Lord forgive me what I'm about to say. Then I think about, you know what? They taught me I'm good at chemistry. Breaking Bad, I can break even. If I'm like, no, no, I'm just being honest. I'm being real transparent about it, because it's like, I can do it. The stuff y'all rapping about, I got a resume that I've been forgiven for. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm trying to, so those things coming. So
you're channeling it. You're successful in trying to channel that to a more positive direction.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And it can be done. Think about it. Everybody who brag about industry standards and stuff of that nature, look how manipulative that is. You see a rich man that's successful in the industry, imagine how many kids that's not his from a different family bloodline he done sent to college. He done broke Warren G regulators, then broke generational curses for a whole nother family.
Yeah.
And he don't own that. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Think about that.
Yep.
Regulators came out doing it was the leading single off Above the Rim.
That's right. It was. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You see how crazy that is? So why would you not want to sit down with somebody? They're going to tell you, and half of the stuff to get you where you need to be is free.
Yeah.
BMI just got bought out, so now they charging. It used to be a 501c3.
I noticed.
So I want to advise, if you're not grandfathered in, go to ASCAP. ASCAP got the free writers and free publishing right now.
Yeah, they got a deal going right now.
Yeah, so it's free. Go get your publishing. Go get your writing. Go buy your own UPC code and ISRC code. They email it to you and embed everything to you right then and there, and upload your stuff yourself, and get all that money directly to yourself.
Yep.
And it goes back to the billboards. Once you upload it to Luminate, which used to be Nielsen SoundScan, that got bought out and put up under one umbrella.
Yep.
Register the album, then you got to register the single, and then you got to register with MediaBase.
Yep.
So all that's on Illuminate. That's a 3-part process you have to do for one album. But then when you upload it to Easy, even.biz or Bandcamp, where you can get your own UPC code, they sing all your sales to the Billboard charts.
Mm.
You may not get iTunes or Amazon, but the people that matter, like Billboard, they collect all your sales because Bandcamp and even.biz sing your sales directly to those people. So 450 sales to 1,000 sales would get you on a Billboard chart if that's what you want to reach.
Yeah.
Or you can or somebody can just charge you $8,000 to get you on a Billboard chart.
That's game right there.
Why do that when you know 1,000 people?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you give yourself 3 to 4 months, because out of 1,000, 100 gonna buy. Now you just got to come up with the other 350 or other 900.
Mm.
You feel me?
Yep.
So it's easy.
That's game right there. See, they getting a lot of knowledge right here for free.
Yeah, I put it in an ebook in 10 years. I'll be at peace with it.
Already.
So what else we got?
All right, so Legacy City, what else you got? You got anything you want to, I mean, we've been doing a little bit of promotion here with some of the stuff that you got going, but you got anything you want to specifically put out there for everybody?
Yeah, man, I got 10 albums coming out this year. I'm dropping 10 albums this year as well. So August 29th, I have Year 10, You Too Old to Be Rapping, and Among the Stars.
Yeah. Man, how do you have the time to put those 10 albums out?
Cause I wake up early and I go to the studio for the world start bothering me, and I just record, and I be having a lot up in here that I would just want to get out. A lot of things I wouldn't say as a CEO.
Yeah.
But as Legacy City, I'm an artist mode.
So get it out there. Yeah.
This is what it is. So
it's constant for you. Then it's every day.
Definitely. And then I'm dealing with
studio.
I'm being mature enough now I can deal with a lot of trauma. So December 6th, I'm dropping that album Therapy, and I'm dropping the Diary of Legacy City Book 1 and 2, and they'll be those. I know that's 9. Then of course I have 2 albums for the director.
Oh yeah.
So that's how the 10 will come out. So
okay.
3, then 2.
And for commemorating your 10 years.
Yeah, so I'm on my 10-year run right now, and I really feel like I've been elevating and doing something new every year. I done elevated every year, and year 10 is that this the year by the art from the artist.
There you go.
And I really believe
that's a really good legacy to put out there for everybody. You know what I mean?
Definitely appreciate it, man. So. Yeah, so man, that's pretty much it, man. I just want the artist, the biggest thing, support the radio station, support Streeligion Nation Radio.
How do they get to? So
you go to it Live 365 and type in Streeligion Nation Radio, or just go to Google, type in Streeligion Nation Radio.
Now I noticed it's spelled different, like if because when I saw it's Legion rather than Legion, right?
Yeah, I don't know why. Legion is a pack of demons, people.
Yeah,
Legion is a group of demons. Like the man that lost his mind, Jesus cast a bunch of legions out of him, and the pigs jumped off the cliff. That's a legion. We're a legion with an I.
Yeah. I wanted people to really.
Yeah. They're using the wrong vowel, and it's one word. It's Streetligion. It's like religion, but it's Streetligion. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm making sure we get it on the too. So they don't go to the wrong place. You know what I mean? So
Definitely.
All right, so that's how they get in touch with that. How do they get in touch with you specifically?
Streetligion LLC at gmail.com. I'll give you the card with the Streetligion emails and numbers on there. But Streetligion, for the radio station, if you want to submit your music, make sure it's MP3, high quality, radio edit. I could play custom, but it makes y'all lazy. Radio edit, you practice the way you fight. Make sure your metadata, I said that right, metadata. Okay, it ain't metadata. Boy, he called me to get on my nerve, bro. I'm like, it's 1 a.m. That bother you that bad? It's metadata. The metadata, make sure it's your metadata right. Reason why? Because they like the song. It'll take them to.
It'll have all the information they need. Yeah.
And guess what it takes you to when they click on it? Amazon Music, iTunes.
Oh, there you
Because
go.
they're the only 2 places you can get on the Billboard.
Yeah. That's planning right there.
So there you go. Once again, so make sure that's done and make sure the artwork is dope as well. If you're an independent artist that got a feature, hey, they can go on a radio station. But if you want a big rapper song as an independent artist, it will not get played. So like I said, we only play independent artists and we don't charge you. All we ask is make sure you videotape or record a drop for the radio station.
Oh, that's
all you got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I believe you go on somebody's platform, especially if you got motion, you know what I'm saying? Give them a drop and let them share you now so that way they can.
Exactly.
I just try to do that everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? If I do forget, I'll go do it later and send it to the people. You know what I mean? So it's a
that's what they call that. Pay it forward, man.
Yeah, man.
What's up? But Legacy City, man, I really appreciate you coming through here.
Man, I appreciate the invite.
Short notice and everything.
Well, I think that's my fault. I'm like, get me on there now.
No, that's why I say, you know, you did when it comes to me, you deal with the right person because I trust this man.
Yeah.
You know, all the way, 100%. You know, so he's always been there for me, even a lot of the stuff that we've been through over the years. So
yeah, definitely.
So he calls me, you know, I'm down with whatever he got going on, you know.
Yeah,
as long as he ain't telling me to put on a ski mask, you know.
Yeah.
Money to do like, well, I gotta scratch my name off it.
Yo, crazy, yo. Yeah, you said them ONs out here wildin', boy. Look, them ONs.
All these names off here. Real quick.
Well, them ONs they drop that G, it is up. You know, OG keeps you in mind of like, hey, I'm past, but an ON, you would snap.
You say it's still there. I'm like, man, we are growing. Hey, though, I better not be with no black shit. Long you with somebody. Long as my joints can move without popping and cracking, I'm good, man.
Yeah, man. But overall, man, and for the record, guys, I'm gonna clear this up because
go for it.
They talk about me. They talk around me about me. Ain't but 4 companies in America that's licensed to give you a RAA plaque. Jewel Box Platinum.
RIAA.
Yeah. It's RIAA. I said that right. I probably had a dyslexia.
It's RIAA, yeah.
Yeah, so Jewel Box is one in Austin. I forgot his name. The company in Austin that's here in Texas. DJ Gold company. And award God, I had this set up in my notes to remember.
You gonna find it?
Yeah, but it's only 4 that's licensed to give that awards out. So when you get your Spotify plaques, are you going for your Spotify plaques? They're gonna ask you for the artwork. They're gonna ask you for the album's link so they can comb through all the numbers.
So they can do verification.
They're gonna comb through all the numbers. And then same thing with your iTunes or Amazon plaque. When you place on iTunes, once again, Apple Music and iTunes are 2 different entities under the same umbrella. They are under the same umbrella, but they're 2 different entities. iTunes is where you buy your music. Amazon Music is where you stream your music.
Gotcha, yeah.
That's why you can get 1 million streams on Apple Music. And if you get 1 million sales on iTunes, you don't win platinum.
Boom.
We already know that going 1 million streams on Spotify is now platinum. We got that. We understand that. But however, if you only do 600 sales, guess how many streams that equals to? 1 million streams.
Boom.
So when y'all talking crazy, I understand the units transform, okay?
Yeah.
So So for us getting on the iTunes charts, you got to sell 150 to 300 units to place on the iTunes charts. Sometimes it's more than that. The Amazon's a little more than that as well. I think it's like 400, some 300, it's like 200 to 400 sales to get the place on the iTunes.
You can tell you put your homework in on that stuff right there.
So I really want to clear it up. And then, so you really ain't paying for the plaque per se. You're paying for the verification that this is real deal. So they can slap, this is licensed under the RIAA. Know what you're really paying for.
Yeah.
So for those who, want to say, I'm fugazing with my plaques, doing it, just invite me on the show.
There you go.
You don't got to talk about. You don't got to talk around me about.
And he'll bring the proof and numbers if he needs.
You know what I'm saying? So those different things of that nature. And shouts out to all the artists that are doing their thing. Black, white, Mexican, Avatar, Smurf. Shouts out to everybody that's doing their thing. The sun, what's the sky to a star? You know what I'm saying? The sky don't worry about no star.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
The sky is wealthy. The stars are rich. The sky is not. So what I'm saying is everybody have their space to shine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's room for everybody.
There's room for everybody. So yeah, man, shouts out to everybody across the board. R&B, hip hop, jazz, poetry, musicians. Shouts out to the podcast. Shouts out to the media. I mean, we gotta do a little better job to be a conglomerate. But
yeah.
Shouts out to everybody.
I think we make we're making the right connections, and I think we're going to be moving forward and pulling the right people together. It's all about the communication. Everybody got to be able to talk to everybody.
You know what?
Get rid of all that negativity.
Yeah, I think what bothers me, just say you, Chuck Jones. You're not the same Chuck Jones you was at 20, 30, 40.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that person just say you fall out with. They didn't mess with your old lady, cross you with your money or a business deal, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to not tell you money. The thing about us, once we love a snake, we ignore the rattle. We forget that snake is a snake still.
Yep.
Till it's too late, right? But if a person you fell out with, you should be able to be like, hey, brother, we can make a lot more money with your knowledge and my knowledge. We were young kids clashing down, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Not everybody can get that concept, but I truly believe that because, your relationship is different with different people. And just because somebody be cool with you, not everybody. Somebody cool with you, you know what I'm saying? Leave money, I tell you, there's been a lot of people that I done fell out with and don't like. But they so good at what they do, I be like, hey, go over there to them, boom, boom, boom. Because they're good at what they do. I will never take money out of nobody's pocket.
Man, that's real right
there. You feel what I'm
saying? Yeah.
Because it's big. It's bigger than me.
That takes a level of what do you call it? I don't want to say intelligence, but yeah, definitely maturity. You know what I mean?
But he knows. I keep talking about my brother because he knows. I'll be like, bro, why you do that? Bro, it don't got, he need a job done in order to get to his goal. If I can't do it, I'm not going to, if it put bread in somebody else's pocket, but it helps the main person get their goal.
Yeah,
look past that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and I always been like that, never hated on nobody. My brother felt like I got rubbed the wrong way. And been like, bro, don't worry about it, bro. It's cool. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Trust me. It'll save you some gray hairs for something that's needed. You know what
there you go.
But hey.
I got plenty of them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But besides that, man, like, yo, stop barking up the wrong food chain.
Already.
Different. You feel me?
Already.
You're purposely walking your purpose on purpose, therefore your success is not an accident. That's all I got, fella.
All right, everybody. That's Legacy City here on Black Tones TV.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate you, brother.
And I'm with it. If you ever want to do anything, work together, whatever, we all know each other here. So let's make it happen. Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it. So look out for this 10th album, bro. And y'all go to even.biz. You can go in as a fan, type in "You Are Important to Me." Support that album, man. Let's just buy the art from the artist.
Already.
You know what I'm saying? And go to therapy if you got another problem.
And I laugh, but that's real. That's real though, right there. Go to therapy. All right, y'all. Sorry. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming. Peace and hell.